increase the trot. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's more the tempo. Yeah, bravo. And look what that does to help the horse get round. You know, he's got to go that much forward to embrace the contact. That's right. You know, everybody rides a little bit more conservatively on their own than you do in a lesson situation. And that's why lessons are so helpful. Let's go straight ahead now, because the lesson, you know, pushes you a little bit. Now you have to try to keep the contact more consistent. Come down the quarter line and make a leg yield away from your right leg. Be careful that he does not lose the forward thought as you do the leg yield. Keep your contact, Michaela. Keep your contact. Keep your contact. There is better. Better, better, better. Keep your contact. And quarter line and leg yield again. Better with your contact. You have to maintain the contact. Because, you know, it's not a question of being soft by giving the reins away. You're soft by making your elbows more elastic. And I would like to see the leg yield again, and I would like to see you ask him for a tiny little flexion right. Just with your fingers, ask for a little flexion right. Get your right leg back a little bit. Feel him on the outside rein as well. Keep your contact. Tiny little flexion right. That's right. See how the horse gets rounder? Yeah. Okay, so now you have to keep that feeling of that little flexion right. Put it back on the circle again. And you have to keep that feeling that his ribs give way to your inner leg and that you embrace your outside rein. Your outside leg is on. Come forward. Come, 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 come. On the circle. Come, come, come. On the circle. You've got to really work to get your legs underneath you, because as you post, your leg wants to slide a little bit too far forward. When your legs slide too much forward, then they're not helpful in controlling the horse's body. Feel him on the outside rein. That's right. Better. This is right. This is right. Feel him on the outside rein. Turn with your outside leg and your outside rein close to his wither. Yes, that's right. That's right. And that's fine in the tempo. This is more like what you want. Good boy. Good, Michaela. Then change the rein on the diagonal. Let your contact stay. Don't let your legs slide out in front. And when you change your whip, I would rather have you get the horse established, round, and organized, and then change the whip after that, because you gave up a lot. You know, right at a critical moment, when you were trying to establish the new direction, you changed your whip, which caused a loss of contact, and then the horse came off the aids. So I'd rather see you get the horse changed, get him round, get organized, and then change your whip. Good deal. This is looking more promising. There you go. On the 20-meter circle. Good. That's it. Half faults on the outside rein, little tweaks on the outside rein. Keep your outside leg behind the girth. Yeah, and you have to get the feeling that, you know, when you have to take your little half halt to get him rounder, you've got to have enough support of your leg that he doesn't back away. There you go. There you go. All right, so this time we're going to make the transition to the walk, and I want you to make it over like 5 or 6 steps of trot instead of really abruptly. So keep your lower leg supporting as you gently ask him to walk. Lower leg on. Yeah, he still quit a little early for me. Okay, let's go once again. You know, whatever a horse does by nature, you need to cultivate a little of the opposite. And see, this tempo is a little bit under tempo because he backed off so much on the transition. So move it up a little bit. Yeah, there. All right. This time when you make the transition, you're actually going to have to push with your lower leg.
Okay.
Try it once again. Actually push. Yeah, that was fine. And let him have a long rein. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Then it's not so abrupt.
Yeah.
In a way, you know, you're thinking, wow, he made that transition right when I asked for it. And that's a good thing. Yes and no. It is because he answered the wait for me, but in the process, he backed off of the leg 100%, and therefore when you ask him to trot again, you're having to say, come on, get back out there. So the goal is to protect once again. We'll go back to the trot, and then I want to see a little bit of leg yield away from the left leg. And then we'll do some canter. You know, you almost always, this is better, see how he got rounder? As soon as you added just another 10% of forward, he immediately got rounder. Super. All right, so let's come down the quarter line, and then we'll ask him for a leg yield. Good, this is nice. That's right. Okay, let's try it once again and see if you can get him to move over a little bit more promptly. So take a couple little half halts and make it a little more about going sideways than forward. Take a little of the forward off so the sideways happens more. There we go. There we go. Yeah, good job. Good job. One more time. Again, whatever a horse's natural inclination is you want to cultivate a little of the opposite. So in this direction, he likes to go more forward than sideways. So you have to take a little bit of the forward off to get more sideways. Well done. Well done. Good job. Ride a serpentine, 3 loops now. And our goal is to keep the same level of commitment to the forward as you have to turn onto the loops. Think of turning his withers, not just his nose. Keep his nose in front of his chest. All right, so you see he came a little above the bridle here. So take a circle to the right because you gave your left rein away a little bit. He laid into your right leg. So get your right leg on. Feel him a little bit on the right rein, but make sure your left leg and rein push, 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 push. There, better. And now continue the serpentine. So you see how the reins changed on that first loop there and that he came a little above the bridle.
Yeah.
That's not so much the case when you turn left, but when you turn right, you've got to make sure you keep that outside rein. Ride through it one more time. That's a boy. Yeah. And make sure your left rein is in place and your right leg is on, thinking almost like you're going to leg yield. Super. Super. Much better. Get your right rein in place, your left leg on, right leg behind the girth. Don't let it slip forward. didn't have the roundness that time, you know, because he was looking a little bit. Take a circle, get the roundness. Come forward. Left leg at the girth, right leg behind the girth, right rein steady. Right rein steady. Better. And straight ahead. One more time with the serpentine. You have to ask yourself, what does the horse lose as I make a turn and as I make a change of direction? Prepare him for the new direction. Don't give your outside rein away, Michaela. That's right. And don't give your new outside rein away. Yes. Better. Better. That's the way. That's the way. Good correction. And he rewarded you nicely by getting better and getting rounder. Good. Now you're getting a feel for it. All right, so now let me see the down transition again with lots of support from the leg and very little hand. Right. Super. And let him have a long rein. All right. So for me, my favorite moment of that whole sequence of the serpentine was right over there just now, because you made a decision about, oh, it's not going to happen the way I want it to, and you came on with your aids and you rode for what you wanted. First couple times you went through the serpentine, you navigated, but you had no expectations. That showed me that you had an expectation. And he rose to the occasion and answered your question. Good. We'll let him breathe for a attack. Good job.
How is she going to make it for a month?
Because you're not just looking for what speed the horse is going, you're also looking about how he feels about his ability to bend around the circle, because the more you can mold his body to the shape of the circle, the rounder he will stay, because that's part of the reason that he's not round. Part of it is because you let him sit a little bit behind the aid, and the other part of it is because he's not molding his body to the shape of the circle. Rein, stay steady. I know it's hard to find a happy medium between a steady rein without getting hard in your hands. And that's what you have to get a feel for. See, he's not as round as he needs to be. Get your outside rein in place, outside leg close. Little half halts on the outside rein. And when you take half halts on the outside rein, he'll get rounder if he tries to fall. Yeah, there you go. If he tries to fall against your inside leg, be prepared for that. Steady outside rein. Little rounder still, Michaela. See, you're riding him forward, but you've got your windows open. You know, you've got to take some little half halts so that you're recycling that energy. There we go. There we go. Now that's the place that you want to be able to canter from, is a rounder trot like that. So when you're ready, when you feel a moment where the trot is nice and round. Good. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Right, super. That's nice. Just get him organized. Take your time to get him a little round again. Good job. That's right. Good, Michaela. Yeah, that's plenty. Doesn't have to be more than that. Yeah, exactly. Good correction. Good correction. You have to learn to get the feeling of riding him into the contact. Yes, ma'am. friendly tap. Yes, yes, better, 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 better. Friendly tap. Yeah, so you don't feel like you have to push so hard with your leg. There you go. There you go. And then prepare for a trot when you're ready. Thank you, madam. All right, so that you capture all the good energy that you're creating by riding him forward, you want to capture it in a circle so that it perpetually keeps repeating itself between in front of the leg but not past the hand. A little bit more half halts, Michaela. Feel him a little more. Feel his mouth a little more. That's right. And then when you're ready, we'll make a transition to the wall with legs on. Yeah, much better. Let him have a long rein for a moment, and then we'll do the right. No.
So that's the first time he's ever done anything slippy in the canter.
Yeah.
Like right there when he jerks backwards.
Yeah.
He doesn't slip in the canter and then the top. So
Yeah. I don't know where he is in his shoeing cycle.
I think he's almost there because I was looking at it. Either it was left arm or right, but I don't remember which one. And it looks a little, it's not loose, I felt it.
Okay.
But it looks like it's right where he's at.
Okay. Well, to me, he looks like his toes are too long.
Yeah.
And so what he did there at the canter is, in bringing his foot forward, he put his toe in early because it's a little long, you know, and I don't think it's because there's infirmity. I think it's because
And I noticed that yesterday when I was bathing him, I felt and I was like, wow, you start to keep going to the shoe.
yeah. All right, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and pick up the contact. You got to really work to not let your legs slide out in front of you, Michaela. You have to think about, imagine that your knees have a headlight in them and you're trying to make the headlight point down to the ground instead of having the headlight point straight out. And that's going to help you get your legs underneath you, because it's a question of not letting your knees ride up. That's what keeps your lower leg under you, is pushing your knee down. All right, so what you want to do is you can experiment a little bit here in the trot. Let's try slowing him down. Go ahead and sit, Michaela, and try almost walk, but don't let him. Almost walk, but now continue. But you have to keep your contact. See how your contact goes away? Almost walk again. And what that means is that as you ask him to walk, you have to keep enough leg on that he doesn't walk. Try it again. Almost walk. In other words, push him a little bit against the reins. Yes. You feeling get rounder? Yeah. And that's how you make the horse round. You have to push him against the reins. Same thing again. Push him against the reins. Yeah, that time you pushed him against the reins and he got faster. So what does that say to you? Your reins were too soft. So your goal is to push him against the reins and keep a contact that instead of getting faster, he gets rounder. Yes. Better. 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 Good for you. So if you want to keep the horse round, you have to constantly, yeah, excellent. You have to constantly be pushing him against those reins. And what that means too is that you have to take some little half halts that he doesn't go fast. Bravo.